Wow. So you guys won't believe this. So I just had a little argument with Pam. You wouldn't believe it. So anyway, when I got up, right, to go to use the bathroom, I when I came back, and because of all the noise and everything, like what she said to me, I got out of the bed, because she was like, well, I don't want you next to me, and this and that. She took her knee and she's like stuck it out right into my side. So I'm like, okay, what have you? So it's like I got up to go in the living room, went across the side of the bed to get my phone. When I stepped over, she had clothes on the floor. I stepped over it. There was a she had knocked down her eyeshadow, one of her eyeshadow palette on the floor. Right now, mind you, I'm still tired. I'm still, what I'm saying. So I stepped on her eyeshadow palette, breaking the mirror. Right. Why don't you look where you going and this and that? And I'm like, well, why is this on the floor? Well, it fell last night. I'm like, okay, and you didn't pick it up? Well, you should have looked where you're going and this and that. And again, I said, listen, first of all, if your eyeshadow palette fall on the floor, you pick it up. This is a problem that she has, where when shit drops on the floor, she just leaves it. I said, pick it up. Right? Pick it up. Oh, it's your fault because you should have. What you doing over here and this and that? You shouldn't be over here. And I'm like, see this. I said, this is what you do. You never want to accept any accountability for the shit that you do, right? But you're blaming me for something that you should have picked up on the floor from since last night when you know it fell on the floor. I said, I've been over there. I had to step over your clothes that you have on the floor to get my phone. Okay. Well, you shouldn't be over here and this and that. And I'm like, yeah, Pamela, you always try to find ways to justify your behavior. It's like when she comes in the house, right? And she has her clothes on, and after been working in the hospital, been in the office with other doctors and stuff like that, comes to go into bed. And I said, well, why don't you take off your clothes before you go in your bed? I said, the kids come on your bed. Well, the kids shouldn't be on my bed. The kids shouldn't be in my room. The kids shouldn't be this and that. And I'm like, really? Really, Pamela? Really? So yeah, so this morning I'm arguing with her over this shit. Then I said to her, I said, Pamela, you know what? I said, okay, fine. I'm sorry. I should have looked before I stepped over. Yes, because it's a collaborative mistake. I said, no. I said, first of all, I'm not saying I'm sorry for you to come and share blame. Okay, the blame is on you because you should have picked it up when you knew it fell on the floor. You don't leave it on the floor. Pick it up. Right? Well, you just said that. I said, first of all, me saying that doesn't mean I'm accepting blame. Okay? I'm saying it to say, okay, yes, you know what, I should have looked. But again, that's after the fact. After the fact, it fell on the floor. After the fact, if you decide to leave it instead of picking it up. Right? And then I'm up early this morning. Had to go use the bathroom. Had to deal with, them hacking into my tablet, turning off the Wi-Fi, and all this other shit. And then she, this I can't do it. I can't do this. It's like I think she purposely put that shit there, right? Knowing that because again she has like all sorts of shit all over the floor, all this stuff, right? Just so that shit like that can happen, so she can come start an argument. So she can be like, oh, that's what I can't do this. I can't do this. I can't do this. And I said, do what? I said, first of all, you started this. Okay? Even after I said to her, I will replace the palette. Right? Now, mind you, I have bought her tons of makeup palettes, eyeshadow palettes. Right? She's like, after I said to her, I will replace it, she's still bitching and moaning and carrying on. So, like I said, I know it was purposely done. Okay? And again, she started targeting me with the palm fixation drill and doing all this stuff. Like, again, trying to do this stuff to try to shut me up, right? But the shit don't work because I already see past this shit. You know what I'm saying? I already understand the programming and how they use her and how she feels entitled in a certain way to try to do certain things to me and to try to, like, shut me up. This is what they're doing to us black men, right? Conditioning black women and trying to condition us into being silent as they talk down to us, as they disrespect us in those sort of ways, right? I'm looking at this not just my target, but I'm looking at a broader picture, right? I'm looking at this outside the awareness of my circle of awareness, Okay, I'm thinking beyond that, going beyond that, being aware of, I'm stepping aside my circle of awareness, expanding my circle of awareness, as Dr. Ray Higgins would say. Right? And while we're arguing, guess what happened? All of a sudden you start hearing car honking outside. Right? You know what I'm saying? So, you know, like I said, they purposely do these things. She purposely do these things. Okay? There are times when I step on the floor and I have like tacks going into the bottom of my feet. Why? Because she dropped the tack, right, and just leave it on the floor. And I had to say to her, well, I said to her, well, you know, if it didn't happen to me, what happened if one of the kids would have stepped on it? You know, it's like, come on. You know what I'm saying? Like, this shit don't make any sense, but because these people are so conditioned with this mental illness that they have, and it is a mental illness. For her, it's her malignant narcissist. And this is what they do. When they get people to participate in these programs, they are conditioning them and training them to be narcissistic, and some will become malignant narcissistic, or even worse. Right? So, you know, like I said, even if I told her I will replace the pilot, she's still carrying on. And again, it is not my fault, because you should have picked the shit up. This is my problem. With her, when she has stuff, she drops it on the floor, she leaves. She come in the house, sometimes she'll throw the meal on the table, all the meal will fall on the floor, and she just leave it there. And the kids do the same thing too, when I'm not here. Okay? So, yeah, now she's going to be like this all day. Even after I told her I would replace it, now she's going to still have that same attitude. Well, I'm upset and this and that. I said, well, I told you I would replace it, right? You know what I'm saying? And first of all, I'm like, why you getting mad for? I bought you tons of makeup during the years we were together. And even the 2 years that we weren't together, I still bought you makeup. Eyeshadow palettes. What you talking about? You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I figured they just used that shit. Because I was in the kitchen making some tea and getting ready to make the fish cakes for Ethan because it's his birthday today. So I'm up early also to make him his favorite breakfast, you know. And this is what I get, right? You never win. Like I said, as a TI, you will. I shouldn't say you never win, but as a TI, they will never let you have a moment of peace. Okay, they won't do that. All right. So I'll see you guys in the next video.